Hey, good morning. Dr. Bob Flower here with your Thursday, February 25th edition of the Master Pattern Report. Okay, so sorry I've been absent for a while. Been very, very busy dealing with natural intelligence and laws of potential projects, and we're going to report on some of those very soon. Really fascinating stuff that's coming up, especially in the area of genetics, which we will be sharing with you very soon. Now, on to some of the predictions. The last time we got together, I had mentioned to you that silver was poised. I believe that was the term that we used. And indeed, it did make a nice run over the past month. It has receded from those highs, but we are looking for it to bounce back here up to at least the $14.90 range. It may recede once again from there because there is some patterns that are interfering at that point. But if it breaks through, we're looking for it back into the 15. If you remember at the beginning of the year, we were talking about silver this year ending up in the high teens for the year. And depending on how big the explosion is going to be over the coming months, we feel confident that that's where it's going, along with the other commodities. But I should say that at this point in time, if you haven't noticed, silver is outperforming gold, at least at this point, and for that reason we like silver, and we also love the leverage that it produces as compared to gold. All right, so what are we looking at? Well, again, we're looking for it to return to at least the $14.90 level. And we're looking for a move in silver next week on the 29th or thereabouts. Okay, and then we have a couple other dates next week, which I want to confirm because I think they're going to be significant moves in silver for March. All right. Gold, we're looking for a drop in gold over the next several weeks. Down to somewhere around the $11.25 range. And I realize that it's over 12 now, and that could be significant, but we think that perhaps over the next 3 weeks we might see a recession of gold prices down to that level before it bounces back up again. On the NASDAQ, the QQQ, we're also looking for a move on that on the 29th, February 29th. So keep your powder dry. We've been short and long on that over the past month, and had a lot of fun doing that successfully, timing it just right. So keep your eyes on this. This is not stable. Our next, we look at March and April should solidify here, and we think will balance itself out, the markets, and perhaps produce an upward trend overall. But as we said earlier in the year, we watch out for May, and we plan very much to be short going into that whole situation with the entire market. Not quite sure yet about the commodities, but for sure we do not like what the patterns that we're seeing for May. Okay, on the political front, as you know, we predicted back in January that Trump will be our next president, and the question that a number of people have is not if he's going to be president, but how long he's going to be president. I mean, there's some very powerful forces that just don't want this guy around, and he's got to watch himself. and that's a fact. But once the cat is out of the bag, the cat is out of the bag, and regardless of his situation, the people are, it's a populist revolution, and you just don't turn that off, especially in these times with communications being what they are. Okay, so there are a number of other, technological issues, uh, experiences, and algorithms that are coming to light here. Things are just exploding on the scientific area. Again, we are working, we're putting together a voice analysis program that will enable one to make decisions at a very, very high level of effectiveness. I can't say when that, we're in the process of finishing the development on that, and then we're going to be testing that, and the testing will be, of course, rigorous. Stay tuned for that, because that's really going to be a fascinating thing. Hopefully what you'll be able to do is have an instrument or use your computer to detect resolutions to issues and directions, and generate clarity in decision making, things of that sort. It's very, 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 very promising. We have started our college programs. We have 2 programs in effect, starting actually last week, and we are looking at and those are at Mercy College, and we are looking at 2 other colleges in the New York area, in which are going to be introducing the laws of potential, NaTI, natural intelligence programs. We hope to have a younger children, perhaps a high school program, private program, webinars type of thing, for kids and teachers and parents. This is a very unique approach to education. I'm completely baffled as to the mindset of politicians and educators, as to why they do not realize what is going on in education today, and how poorly kids are failing in the sense that they're coming out without skills, and have very little usefulness to the workplace, and it's getting to a pitch level. Something needs to be done, and we feel that the programs that we're producing will be very, very effective. Now, with these programs, one of the things that we are doing is we're going to have programs, as I said before, for the parents as well as the kids. But the parents' programs are going to be a little different. It's going to be an awareness, but it's also going to be something that's going to be skewed towards finances, towards wealth and wealth management and wealth growth, which is very interesting in the whole psychology of this whole process. Has a lot to do with educational development of children, younger kids, and we'll make you that connection. One of the things that I want to mention to you that's coming out of a lot of this research, this mind science research that we're doing with the laws of potential, is a notion that we're working on quite intensely, and that is that it's not the amount of intelligence that a kid or an individual, an adult, has. It's the way in which they use it. And natural intelligence and the laws of potential enable one to follow a path that enhances one's intelligence because of the ways in which they utilize their intelligence, okay? So we're going to have some examples of that, and I'll give you a quick example right now. This is akin to the difference between somebody having knowledge and somebody having being clever. Okay, having knowledge is knowing something. Being clever is knowing how to take what you have and achieve from that. And that's where this whole notion of the amount of intelligence not being as critical as the way in which you apply it and use it, okay? Quite fascinating, and we're developing more from this. Okay, we're back on track with you. We'll be right back at you next week. We're going to look at some, next week we're going to look at some specific market movers. We're going to look at silver and gold and some more analyses for you on some more significant movement dates on our favorite commodities. Okay, until then, have a great week and enjoy your weekend. Thank you.